Hey, what's going on everybody, this is Deathbringer here, and I am back with some more Search and Destroy on Modern Warfare 3. I've got a really nice gameplay for you all. As per usual, I'm trying to bring the best I possibly can. 20 big kills for my returning commentary. As you may know, I haven't done a commentary in quite a while now, maybe about a week-ish. I basically didn't have the time, and I've been trying to make a lot of time for YouTube and other stuff that's going on in my life at the moment, as I'm actually returning to university in September, and you know I've got a lot of like stuff going on concerning that, and you know just other life stuff. You know, people have got to do things in their lives that sometimes means I can't always like be here, you know, playing games and recording, and that's sort of what happened this week. I was obviously trying to keep you guys entertained with some classic COD 4 fast-paced rushing action, and a lot of you enjoyed that, and I actually really enjoy posting them videos with the colour corrections, and it's just a nice chilling feeling it while you're watching some like really like cool gameplay, you know, in the background, some classic COD 4 stuff. We all know that COD 4 is like the best Call of Duty going, and just to watch that with some chilling music over it, I think that's really entertaining, and honestly I wouldn't put out videos that weren't entertaining for you guys anyway, so that's like my reasoning behind that. And so I'm back with my commentary today, and you're watching some really good gameplay in the background on Lockdown. 20 kills on Lockdown is pretty difficult. I don't do it often, and I just happened to do it here. The circumstances came, and luck and skill played its part, and this is what I really want to talk about today. This is a nice way to lead on to the topic. I would like to talk about the luck and skill involved in Call of Duty, and particularly in Search and Destroy. You know, I wanna discuss the ratios. A lot of people think that luck is a massive factor in Call of Duty. They think that maybe like a big I've heard a lot of people say that Call of Duty is 90% luck, right? And to me that sounds absolutely crazy, and I've got some really strong opinions on this. So you might not agree with what I'm about to talk about, but please take my like thoughts on board, and I think, you know, they're very logical, and I know what I'm talking about when it comes to Call of Duty Search and Destroy. So luck versus skill today. Alright, well then, where can I kick this off? So, Search and Destroy, okay. Every single encounter, every single map, every single thing you do in this game, right, has been a culmination of yourself playing it over and over. Let's think about that for a second. You've been playing this game for months now, you know, months and months since it's been out. You're training yourselves, and maybe you're fully trained, you know, maybe you can't get any better, maybe you're at the peak of your game, you know, because there is an end. There's a point where you're doing better than everybody else, but you can't quite. Some people can do better than you always, you know. There's sometimes you just can't kill certain people on this game, and I'm not afraid to admit that, you know, there are better people than me at Modern Warfare 3, and there's always going to be someone better than you, and this is where like skill comes into play and luck. Like, because you've trained yourself, would you not define that as a skill? You know what I'm saying right there? Because from my experiences, a lot of people like I said, call this game 90% luck, but what is actual luck? Like I've just said, you've trained yourself, okay? You're doing these certain movements and certain actions, like, it can come down to split decisions, okay? Like, think about this. Well, like, you're running a rush route, right? And the decision you take, do you go full on forward, fully well knowing that there's enemies there, and take the risk to get the kills, or do you hang back and risk sort of another consequence happening that you can't predict, because you know you can't predict consequences. And the skill that you have is the fact that, do you know where they're gonna be? Do you know what you're gonna do in certain situations? Do you know how you're gonna perform? And that is the skill within itself. And once you've sort of nailed these skills, you're sort of creating your own luck, if that makes any sense. Say you kill a lot of people and they call you lucky. It's not lucky, that's what I'm trying to say, you know. It's maybe like 10% luck or something really in this game. Maybe less than that, 5%. Because you're the guy who made these decisions. You're the one who decided to go around that corner, you know. Decided to throw that nade or whatever, like you've just seen, you know. I decided to rush forward there and get that guy. And maybe the luck is that he was, you know, because you can't predict what the enemy's gonna do. You can predict to a certain extent. Maybe the luck is that he happened to be there, you know. Maybe that is the 5% luck in this game, you know, that he was gonna be there. But it's still skill, you know, in your own head. You knew that an enemy was gonna be there, you know. And there's a point where you can predict up to where it's skill, and then it turns into luck. So naturally you're creating your own luck basically. And I hope that wasn't too complicated to take in. I just wanted to give my opinions on that. Do you agree with me? You know, do you think that you create your own luck in Call of Duty and Search and Destroy especially, you know, because you're making all these split second decisions, you know. You're making all these movements and you're basically creating your own luck. And that's my sort of comeback to people when someone says, "Oh, you got lucky, Deathbringer. You killed all these people." You know what I mean? And I think it's a really good, you know, topic. It's a really great thing that gets you thinking about COD. You know, is it really luck or do you create it yourselves? Alright, this has been a pretty long gameplay. I've had a nice chat today about luck versus skill, and I've got to say, skill is highly involved in Call of Duty. You're doing these things, you're making the decisions, you played these maps and used these certain setups over and over. You've trained yourself to become as best as you can, and when you're beating people hands down, then that is skill. Maybe connections might come into play. Maybe that's a bit of luck right there, you know, you never know. Give me your opinions on it. Tell me what you think. Thanks for watching, guys. This was Deathbringer. Have a nice day.
Vegeta, what does the scouter say about his power level? It's over 9,000!